What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video on the Fearlessnick YouTube channel, and in today's video we're going to be going over my round 12 2022 AFL tips / predictions, and obviously as well as that we're going to be going over my round 11 tips and seeing how I went from the previous round. But before we get into that, if you could please leave a like, share and subscribe if you are new. We're definitely on the road now to 300 subscribers, and it would really mean a lot if you hit that big red button down below. It's completely free, so just click it. And become a member of the Fearlessnick army as it's becoming now. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get stuck in away. So like we do every week on the Fearlessnick weekly tipping videos, we review the previous round that has just gone by. In this case, which is round 11. I got 5 out of 9 this week. Not ideal, is it? But yeah, anyways, I guess we'll go over the games. First game, Sydney-Richmond, and oh my goodness me, Richmond, what the hell was that? I know we only lost by 6 points, but I'm pretty sure we were up by 34 points or something, and oh my goodness me, that was painful to watch, that second half. But yes, nonetheless, I tipped Richmond in that one. At half time, I was like, oh wow, I'm on here, I'm on. I tipped Richmond by 19, looked like it was going to be that at half time. And yeah, the Swans too good in the end. They started slow, but I think once they finally woke up, I think they were too strong for Richmond. Next game at the Gabba, Brisbane v GWS. I didn't watch this game, but I'm pretty sure at half time the Giants were leading, which was quite surprising to me. I was like, ooh, upset on the cards here. But then again, the Lions, they score over 100 points every week, and they're just a very, very, very good football side. The Giants still scored 96 points on them, so there might be a hole or two in the Lions' defence they might want to patch up a little bit. But nonetheless, Brisbane were too good in that one over the Giants. Next game at GMHBA Stadium, Geelong and Adelaide. Didn't watch this game at all. I listened to it on the radio because I was in the car when this was happening. And yeah, the Cats, what I have to say, the Cats were just too good for the Crows. And they're still a chance to make top 4. I think they have to win a few more games, but once they do that, I think they will be right up there. Next game at the MCG. What a game this was. Melbourne Fremantle. That has to be Fremantle's best win in a very, very, very long time. I still don't know how they pulled that off in that second half. I'm pretty sure they were 20 points down at half time. But yeah, what a win for Fremantle. That was actually mind-blowing, that game. I did not see that second half coming, like many others. And next game at Optus Stadium, we got the Dogs and West Coast. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with West Coast, man. They just suck, West Coast. I'm sorry, they just suck. Next game, moving on. Next game, we got Gold Coast and Hawthorn in Darwin. I'm pretty sure this one was. Yeah, what a win for Gold Coast. I probably should have tipped Gold Coast. Like I said in last week's video, I kind of owed the Hawks fans a tip for last week during our change. But yeah, Gold Coast played the conditions better, and they were just the better side on the night. Yeah, it's kind of not good for Hawthorn, I think. I think their finals chances are starting to slip away, the Hawks. So they've got to be careful from here on out, the Hawks, I think. Next game at Marvel Stadium, another not really too fussed about missing this game. I didn't watch this game either. Saints and North Melbourne. Didn't really need to watch this game. The Saints are just the better side. You just have to say. North Melbourne, similar to West Coast, are in a hole. And yeah, the Saints were just too good for North Melbourne in the end. Next game of the MCG. Now, I did watch this game, though. Collingwood and Carlton. What a huge crowd that was at the MCG. I think there was like 80,000. That's the first time in a few years now we've had a crowd of 80,000, which is absolutely unbelievable. The Pies were too good for the Blues. I said it in my tipping video, even though I tipped Carlton. Collingwood, they always rise to the occasion against the Blues. I know Jacob Wiedering went out. I know Carlton have got a few injuries at the moment. But they had chances late in the game, the Blues, to win that game. And if that Silvani goal had gone through, gone through, they might have won the Blues. But nonetheless, Collingwood were too good. But geez, it was a very, very even game, and the Pies are starting to play some really good footy as well. But yeah, nonetheless, got that tip wrong as well. And the final game of the round at Adelaide Oval, we had Port Adelaide and the Bombers from the Adelaide Oval. Yeah, a bit of a nothing game as well. I was a little bit scared that the Bombers might overrun the Power, especially, I think it was that third quarter or something, when it started to rain and the Bombers started to get a little bit of a run on. But yeah, nonetheless, the Power were just good enough to get the job done, get the 4 points, which they needed to do. And so overall, 5 out of 9, definitely not, it's probably one of my worst rounds actually. So yeah, those are my round 11 tips. Now let's move on to the round 12 tips. Alrighty, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen, round 12. It all starts on Friday night at Marvel Stadium. We got the Dogs up against the Cats. You could probably say this is a clash of the Titans, maybe. These two have had some pretty interesting games. Obviously, last time they met, Gary Rowan kicked the goal after the siren to win the game for the Cats. At the moment, these two sides are very evenly matched. Geelong obviously sitting 6th, the Bulldogs sitting 8th. The Doggies want to win this if they want to get into that finals, stay in that finals bracket. And Geelong, if they want to stay in the top 4 bracket, they've got to win this game as well. At Marvel Stadium, I'm actually sort of surprised the Bulldogs I've got 57%. But then again, the Cats have been inconsistent this year. But then again, so have the Bulldogs. This is a real coin flip, this one. I could see the Dogs winning. The Cats don't often win 2 in a row, even though they just have. I could see the Cats winning, though, to be honest. I'm going to go to the Bulldogs, I think. I think the Dogs, it's about time the Dogs bounce back, I reckon. I know Geelong, I was hyping up Geelong just a little bit earlier, but I don't know, I feel like the Dogs will rise up here to this one, and look, it'll be close. I think I'm going to tip the Dogs by 8 points. I think it'll be quite close. I think Geelong will definitely turn it on, and but I think the Dogs will be too good in the end. 8 points, I reckon. It'll be a close game though. These two do have very close games often at the moment. Next game at the Adelaide Oval, we got the Crows and the Eagles. Honestly, it's not out of the possibility West Coast could win this game. Adelaide haven't been too flash this season. However, saying that, at the Adelaide Oval, you've got to back the Crows in. I mean, if Taylor Walker can get firing, Ben Keys has had a crazy year. They also got guys like Mick Adam and also, I don't know if Phil Thorpe's playing as well. They should overrun West Coast, really. West Coast are just a shambles of a football club. So, yeah, I'm going to predict the Crows to win this one. Oh, and I also forgot, this is the first of the bye rounds, guys. So if you're wondering why it's a little bit shorter, that's why. That's why there are less games, because it is the start of the bye rounds. I actually forgot to mention that. Next game at TIO Stadium in Darwin again. We got Gold Coast and North Melbourne. I'm not making the same mistake twice. I'm tipping the Gold Coast Suns. Should have tipped them last week, even though I did owe the Hawks fans a tip. I'm going to tip the Gold Coast Suns in this one. I think they will do quite well in this one. Gold Coast, well, they should. They're playing North Melbourne. If they don't win by 20 points at least, I'll be very surprised. Even though North Melbourne can turn it on, you never know. They're going to pinch a win at some point, but the way the Suns are playing, it's pretty hard to see that happening. But yeah, I'm tipping the Suns pretty comfortable. I'm going to say 50 points. I reckon Gold Coast are going to absolutely smack the Roos out of Darwin on Saturday night. The other Saturday night game, we got the D's up against the Swans. A bit of a blockbuster, this one. Melbourne just had their first loss of the year, and I'm pretty sure Stephen May is going to miss this game due to concussion at the moment as well. And maybe Harrison Petty, I don't know. But the Swans, wow, they had a great win against Richmond. Some might say controversial. I'm not going to bring up that free kick that should have been paid. And also Buddy potentially could play, potentially won't. I don't think he will play, which is almost a win because Melbourne don't have Stephen May. Although at the MCG, the D's are just too good of a side not to respond. I mean, maybe the Fremantle loss was going to give them more, a bit of a reality check, and they can't go a full year without a loss. But I feel like the D's, they're going to be angry after last week. They're going to want revenge. And I think the Swans are a similar level to Fremantle, maybe a little bit below. But I feel like the D's will be too good for the Swannies at the MCG. Next game on Sunday, we only got the 2 Sunday games. Second last game of the round between Hawthorn and Collingwood. At the start of the year, I probably would have actually tipped Hawthorn to win this one, but now my mind is completely in the opposite position. The Hawks had an absolute smashing last week to Gold Coast, and then Collingwood had a remarkable win against the Blues. They almost lost it, but they found a way to hang on. They need to learn to kick straight though, Collingwood. Those missed shots kept Carlton in the game the whole game. Hawthorn, well, they just need another avenue to goal. They look lost at the moment, the Hawks. But I'm going to tip Collingwood in this one. I feel like the Pies will be too good for the Hawks. The Pies are playing amazing footy at the moment. And I just don't see the Hawks really showing anything. They could turn it on the Hawks. They could make it a contest. But I feel like if Hawthorn are losing to teams like Richmond and also Gold Coast, I think they're going to struggle against Collingwood, or around that bracket as well. I'm tipping the Pies in that one by around 13 points. I think maybe Hawthorn could turn it on, but you never know. And the last game at Optus Stadium, talk about a blockbuster. This is a huge game in terms of the top 4. We got Fremantle up against Brisbane at Optus Stadium in Perth. So this is Fremantle's chance to assert their dominance in the league. And this is Brisbane. Brisbane need to get their defensive structure right for this one, because Fremantle absolutely tore Melbourne's apart last week, especially in that second half. I feel like the Dockers at the moment, they are playing exciting footy, the Dockers, and I'm happy for Dockers fans. They're finally witnessing some success, also mini success at the moment. The Lions on paper are probably the better side, but the way Fremantle playing, it's pretty hard to go past them. So I'm going to tip Freo in this one. I'm really excited for what Freo are doing at the moment. They've got a great young list. Justin Longmuir is doing a terrific job up there in the West. And I'm really excited to see this game. I will be watching this game, no doubt about it. I won't want to turn it off at all. So I'll be watching that game with glued eyes, and hopefully it's a good game, because it's top two sides, I think. Yeah, so we've got Brisbane second, Fremantle third. So this is a top 4 clash. And I think this game could maybe determine the second best side behind Melbourne at the moment. But nonetheless, I'm tipping Fremantle in that one. I think in Perth, they should be right with that one, I reckon. So those are my round 12 tips. Obviously, it's shorter because of the bye. So I've tipped Fremantle over Brisbane. That's a big call. We've tipped Collingwood over Hawthorn. We've tipped Melbourne over Sydney. We've tipped Gold Coast over North. We've tipped Adelaide over West Coast. And I'm going to go the Dogs only just. I really rate Geelong though. I think they are one of the best sides when they do get going. But I'm tipping the Dogs by 8 points in that one. So I'm going to save my tips. And before we go, we're going to check the comp. So this is the ladder at the moment. A little bit of movement here at the moment. We got Ben P, who's now 3 tips in front of Shannon Humphries on top of the ladder. Ben P doing very, very well at the moment. So good job, mate. You are on the way to earning yourself a massive shout out. Good on him. Shannon Humphries in second, 3 tips behind Ben P. Shannon was on top at the start, but Ben P's had a couple of really good rounds. How on earth did he get 7 this round, Ben P? Oh my goodness me. Sam H even better, an 8. can you believe that? And he's overtaken me because I had a really poor round. I was in third last week. So we got Sam H in third. I'm in fourth due to a really poor round. Me and Louis had got 5 this week. So yeah, we're obviously doing very well. Next, we got Angus in 5th. He's on 63 tips. He's still level with me. He got 6 this week as well, looks like. Victor B has overtaken Louis after a lot of time jostling between those two. But yeah, Victor B's overtaken Louis. Louis now in second last due to he got a 5 as well, just like me. And Lincoln Barton got a 6. So he's only 6 tips behind Louis. So watch out, Louis. Lincoln's coming for you. Lincoln is coming for you. Lincoln is starting to close in, I reckon. But so that is my round. Those are my round 12 tips, and yeah, that is my ladder after. So there we go, guys. Those were my round 12 tips for this upcoming round. Comment down below your tips down in the comment section below. Comment down below how you went this round. Obviously, I saw who was in my comp, but if you're not in my comp, let me know how you went down below in the comments. Comment down below how your team went on the weekend, and yeah, all that good stuff down below. Leave a like, share, subscribe. Like I said, we are on the road to 300 subscribers, and yeah, that would be a massive milestone if I could get there at the end of this year, which is what we're aiming for at the moment. Like I said from last week, videos like redesigning AFL Guernseys Part 2 and also a couple of other big videos like that are also being a little bit postponed due to the exams. I've got about another week of exams to go, but once I get through next week, I should be all good. Leave a like, share, subscribe, join the army, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all the support, and yeah, I will see you in the next video. Cheers.